And here in London, demonstrators have gathered outside the Russian embassy to protest against Moscow's support for the Assad regime. Our Foreign Affairs correspondent Jonathan Rugman has been speaking to protesters at the embassy. Many have family in the city of Homs. Jonathan.
Well, as you say, demonstrators have been here outside the Russian embassy for the last hour and a half, chanting "Free Syria" and "Down, down with the Russians." And I'm joined by two Syrian demonstrators now, and they are Razan and Bushra al-Akram. They both come from Homs, the city which has suffered the brunt of the violence in the last few days. Razan, first of all, I imagine it's quite difficult to get through to friends and family in Homs, but what can you tell us? What have you heard recently?
Firstly, I'm in touch with the revolutionary group on the ground, and the situation is worsening by the day. In the last approximately 4 days, Bab Amr has been shelled. This is where I'm from. But
this is a district in Homs.
Yeah, this is a district that's been pounded by the Syrian regime constantly. But in the last 48 hours, they're using missile tanks from a very long distance away. That's been damaging homes. The damage is clear from the videos, and the injuries are in their hundreds at the moment.
But Bushra, presumably this is not an entirely one-sided fight. I mean, members of the Syrian Free Army, so-called, have been holding parts of Homs, haven't they?
Well, yes, but unfortunately this time the shelling is coming from 3 kilometers away, meaning there's been no confrontation between the Free Syrian Army and Assad's army, and therefore there is no way the Free Syrian Army can defend Bab Amr, which is why so many shells have managed to bomb so many places. Absolute indiscriminate shelling, and there is no way of resisting, there is no way of defending the area of Bab Amr.
And what have you heard from your family out there? I mean, presumably they haven't been able to leave, they're still there?
Yeah, well, as you know, Bashar said before, he usually attacks an area, he cuts all lines, he cuts all communication to the area. So we communicate through satellite phones to specific people in the area. My family, I have no idea what their situation is. But in the last, on Friday night, my friend died with the 200 that were killed in Khaldiya. He died due to shelling when he was helping the injured. His name was Mazhar Tayara. He was a citizen journalist. And it's just worsening, it's just getting worse.
This is a friend of yours who went out to retrieve some of the dead on Friday night, and you say he was killed himself while he was doing that?
Yes, he was. He was a citizen journalist who spoke French and English. A lot of the media know him. And that night I just read his name on the internet that he was dead. He died with the 200 plus that night. You know, the shelling was really bad, and I lost a friend that night, and till now I don't know who from my family is alive or dead.
Bushra, here we are outside the Russian embassy. Do you have any hope that the visit of the Russian foreign minister today, that he can act as some kind of honest broker to bring about a peace?
We have no hope whatsoever. After Russia's veto against the last peaceful form of resolution, to free Syria, they vetoed against it, and therefore we have no hope in them. They visited Damascus today after 11 months of the Syrian people being killed. Therefore we have no hope, because it's too late. It's too late. We don't believe that he is going to come out with anything beneficial for the Syrian people, and we do not want the Russians to. We just want the Russians to leave the Syrian people and leave the Free Syrian Army to free Syria.
Razan and Bushra, thank you very much for talking to us. Well, the good news, I suppose, if there is any, is that Arab League foreign ministers are meeting this weekend, again going to be discussing the crisis, and the European Union is expected to impose more sanctions by the end of this month. But in terms of the Russians acting as an honest broker in this crisis, well, they've got to talk to the opposition to do that, and the opposition, by and large, do not want to talk to the Russians.